Hello and welcome. In this video we are going to make the player move with its animations. Also, at the end of the video I'm gonna explain to you what to do if your collider does not work. So sub my channel and let's go. Okay, at the first I make some ground for playing moving right and left. I use the tiled sprite and I will show you how we can create like that. Now I need to add box collider to my ground. Add component and to the box collider. That's good. And I resize that to my size. I think that's good. Very good. That's very nice. Okay, now I want to create player, so I create empty and rename is player and another empty object, and I change name is body, and I need 2D sprite renderer, so I click 2D sprite and for example slice it, and I want change draw mode. I set name is sprite and I change draw mode to simple and drop my player's sprite to sprite. And if you have a useless space in your image, you can remove that with sprite editor. As you see, you can click slice and slice. That's remove for you. Very well, and use apply. Very good. Now I put that to sprite renderer and change order in layer to 4. My ground layer is 2 and my background layer is a 0. So I order my layer to 4. Okay, now I want to make a script for player movement. I create C# script and rename is player movement. And I drop that to my player object. Very good. Now I want write public rigid body 2D and name is RB and public float speed, for example equal 1, and public vector 2 name is input move. Very good. Now I want to write player movement, so input move equal to input dot get axis raw and horizontal for moving right and left. I use input move.x, and we need to put that to rigid body.velocity. So I write rb.velocity equal to new vector 2 and parameter 1 is input move.x and parameter second is rb.velocity.y, and I use speed to moving right and left. Very good. I save that and I test the script. Okay, now I need to the rigid body for my player and 2D box collider, so I add 2D box collider and resize it Probably low, and very good. And the rigid body 2D, and I drop that to the RP parameter for using to a script. I change the math to 4, and I set speed to 4 or 3 is better. Okay, now I run for test, and when I run, my player go right and left, but she fall down. If I want to don't happen that, I need to freeze Z rotation in rigid body. And when I test again, my player move very well in right and left. I think if I change the speed to 7 is very better. And test again. Very good. She's run very fast. Okay, now I want when I go right, my player flip right, and when I go left, my player flip left. So I back to the code and write if input rp.velocity.x or input move, doesn't matter, both of them to the same, input move.x more than 0, transform.local scale equal to new vector 3, 1, 1 and 1. And if input move.x less than 0, transform.local scale equal to -1, 1, 1. Okay, I save and test again. Okay, as you see, my player when go right, she flip right, and when go left, she flip left. Now I want to create player idle and player animations run. I go to the animation window and create new animation. Okay, I need to change my player sprites frame by frame to the game. I go to my player animations image. As you say, I have many sprite for player idle. Don't forget that you have to remove all useless spaces in the image, and after that use it to game. Okay, I go to the sprite and start animation and change sprite frame by frame. Very good. And I greatest speed That's better. Very good. Now I want to create a player run, so I create new animation and my name is player move, and I set my image stat again. Very good. I set that to the a half second because I want play run faster. I back to the player movement script and I add public animator set anim, and I just write anim dot set integer my player int parameter in animator panel and input move dot x. So because input move dot x it's a float, we need to change them to int. I save that and I back to the animator and add my parameters value in panel. I create a parameter and int named player movement. Okay, I make transition to player move and play back to idle. I set 0 for exit time and disable has exit time, and I say when player movement not equal to 0 go to the player move, and when player movement equal to move back to player idle. I enable animator panel and I paste value name because I want to show, and I put them to anim parameter. Okay, I forgot that I need to say that to not equal to 0. And when I test, I see that animation is work very well. Okay guys, if your player don't stay on the ground, you need to go to edit project setting and active all methods on the physics 2D and enable that. and then it's work.